Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a capsule selection. Today, I got to drink a little bit of coffee, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long weekend and one hell of a morning. So as I sip the coffee, I want to bring to you guys, I think this may be not only fun for my kings out here, but some of you ladies too as well. This is a great little selection of fragrances. I'm going to title this somewhere in the range of like leathers fit for a king in spring. To me, one of the more neutral scents, but also it brings about an abundant smell. To gentlemen is the leather scent, and that leather scent is most thoughtfully categorized as a fall fragrance or a winter fragrance. But I have a few in my actual wardrobe that really do a wonderful job in spring. And honestly, I think this may be my most expensive range of fragrances and my most expensive capsule I've ever brought to you guys. So let's talk about it, gentlemen. Let's talk about the contrast where refinement meets basically rebellion. To me, this is where elegance intertwines itself with edge. Leather as a note, we so often see it and associate it with the power, warmth, and depth that it takes a new form in spring. And that's what I'm trying to present to you guys. And so it becomes lighter, more buoyant, and less of a rich scent with some of the characteristics of the fragrance I'm going to present to you guys today. It's the modern man signature to me. It's one that I love to wear in spring, also fall and winter, not really in summer, but spring, the transitional season. That weather, it makes these fragrances smell much more luxurious and basically undeniably masculine and fit for a king. So basically, this isn't just about smelling good. This is a list about presence. This is the scent of picking the right leather though. A fragrance in spring isn't a heavy biker jacket for spring. That's the winter time. This, when you want to wear something like a sexy, well-worn suede, a sexy light leather jacket, something more lambskin, something more goatskin, something in that range. You like to wear loafers. You like to wear suede summer walk shoes from brands like Royal Piana and Xenia. You love to wear, as I love to wear, the tailored boots and shoes that come along with springtime wear. And today, I'm going to present you guys with a fragrance list that's curated of 5 fragrances that define the rare balance where leather meets the vitality of spring. So if this sounds like the type of content that you think that you'll enjoy, you pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dry Down, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuances of scent, cigars, and wines. I'm, of course, your host, Chris. Welcome to today's experience. As we aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experience, I think that putting in and understanding the difference of aromas and facets is one of the best things that I brought to this channel. My understanding, my personal understanding of what these things can do for your living experiences, your livability, your adaptability, everything that goes along with that. And so in today's list, like I said, I'm going to introduce you guys to several fragrances that are in my leather range that go off wonderfully as springtime leathers. Now, leather fragrance is often seen as a bold take, as I stated. They're rugged, they're unapologetic, but they're also magical. They happen to bring a sense of perfume to a person that it helps mold into something adaptable. Like I stated, warmer months, they continue to just evolve, especially with climate change, as we know about, and you still want to wear these expensive fragrances. And so today's list, we're going to talk about the complexity, durability, but manageability of wearing these kinds of fragrances in your spring wardrobe. That's what I want to get across, is the scent that's not overpowering. I want to talk about 5 fragrances. I actually want to bring in one honorable mention because I went to go grab these fragrances that I had in mind, and I picked up one that's also quite a beautiful statement making, charming fragrance. So let's dive right into that particular scent right now. This is a scent from the house of Marc Antoine Barrois. Marc Antoine Barrois, we know Ganymede. Everyone knows Ganymede. Many of us picked up on Ganymede first as the zeitgeist was telling us to, but the more I dove into the house to see what it was to experience this particular brand, the more I've come to understand and give just due to what the fragrance B683 is. B683 is, to me, a closely resembling fragrance to Ganymede, but it has the spring edge, so to speak. Now, you can wear Ganymede in the spring, no doubt about it. This one here, B683, comes off with a little bit less of the metallic feel, a little more in the cozy style profile of leather, and quite frankly, more wearable for the springtime. It's quite a luxurious smelling fragrance. It does, like I said, it has some of the same notes and nuances of its brother fragrance, Ganymede. But if you're into Ganymede, but don't find it's one that you pull for because it's a little bit too harsh or a little bit too more metallic, or the saffron note doesn't really apply to you in your most balance of wearing situations, I would say reach for B683, because to me, this is a much more easy wear while still having the scent profile of Ganymede. And I must say, it smells to me a little bit more luxurious than Ganymede does. So get your nose on B683. This is an honorable mention, but it stands the test of time for spring wear, and it's actually going to be my scent of the day today. So that's why it actually came out and put itself in this list, because as I was going through my wardrobe, it really jumped up in front of me and said, you know, pick me, today is today for me. And it is smelling wonderful as the aroma is around me right now. Today I put on 6 sprays of this, 2 on the neck, 2 on the chest, and 2 on each wrist, or 1 on each wrist, and that's going to give me a great scent profile. It is one that has a great amount of longevity and presence, just like its brother fragrance Ganymede does. It just have a sweeter profile with less of a metallic feel. So get your nose on B683 from the house of Marc-Antoine Barrois. Next up, as we talk about banger after banger, I think of this list, one of the better things about leather fragrances to me is the ability, like I said, to be durable, high fashion, and sophisticated. This one here, this is the anniversary edition of Homme from the house of Xerjoff. And it is one that is a refined citrus leather fragrance that is full of sophistication. I would say, to me, this is one that you would imagine as your most abundant life is creating itself, and you're stepping up in your profile, you're gaining wealth, you're gaining your influence. Imagine stepping into an Italian tailor shop and you have all the things around you that are in that particular vintage shop that has some of the best tailors in Italy. This is polished wood, this is crisp linens, this is the faint scent of supple leathers abound you. This is one unmistakable, beautiful fragrance. Homme Anniversary is exactly what I just mentioned. It's a fragrance that feels effortlessly refined yet full of character, and that's why I love this particular scent. The opening, it is bursting with a lot of Sicilian citruses, bright. There are sun-kissed scents. There's sun-kissed citruses that feel very mouth-watering, but within the moment of spraying this on your skin, you get the leather, and it emerges beautifully in this particular scent. It is not a heavy-handed scent in a way that you would think leathers would be, but it has this whisper of elegance, and it is very, very smooth over with a beautiful Irish note inside of this one, which captures it wonderfully. You have a tonka sweetness that gives this a beauty about it. This suede-like texture of the leather is the most abundant profile in this one, along with those citruses and a little bit of peppercorn and some lemons. It's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Its base is beautiful. It's grounded. It feels like quiet authority. I would say you would wear this when you want to embody confidence without the effort. You want to be someone who feels chill, relaxed. You want to wear something tailored in your trousers, tailored in your sweater, with a light, comfortable jacket, maybe even sneakers. But if you want to go with a loafer or a boocher, you're going to be able to wear that particular clothing and feel very, very comfortable. This is office friendly. This is evening friendly. This is just basically a part of your wardrobe that you can wear daily as a fragrance in springtime as a leather scent. It's beautiful how it's balanced, because it makes you feel like someone who's in command of a room, and that's not with volume but with presence. Very, very sexy, very sensual fragrance. The sillage, it's moderate but it's noticeable, and to me this is not about the loudness in it. It's about the leaving an impression, and that's what you want to do with a fragrance like this, especially with leathers in the spring. It's crisp. It's warm. It's like an afternoon walk in the park. It's very beautiful. It's effortless. It takes you in between every scenario that you want to be in. Upscale, poised, and undeniably elegant is what this scent is. And this is Xerjoff Homme, the actual anniversary edition. One scent that I've truly fallen in love with. That's the first one on this list. Ladies and gentlemen, next up on the list, I swear coffee is vitality this morning. I need this. Next up on the list, guys, I have a fragrance here from the house of Boadicea Victorious. It's one that I felt like spring was the perfect time for this. Many people have talked and spoken of this, of how it's a leather oud fragrance, and it much so is. It's a regality to this particular fragrance. It's a regal twist to leather. This is Oud Sapphire. Now, the name fools us all in the way that it is, but sample this one. If you get this one in your collection, you're going to understand that this one, to me, is much more of a oud. It's oud, let me say this. It's leather, it's floral, it's musky and Brett style of musk. It is sandalwood, it is sexy, and it's a fresh take leather. It's one that, it's basically when you want to have a feeling of effortless refinement in your day-to-day living. Oud Sapphire is more about opulence than Homme is. It's a much more regal scent. It's dipped, to me, it's one of those scents you would say is dipped in it's liquid gold. It's a scent that makes luxury manifest itself as a scent. It opens, when you smell it, it opens with almost an effervescent citrus and saffron combination. Like, it's almost like the sparkling top. It's a well-aged whiskey smell too in there. Nothing, it doesn't have any note structure that says it has whiskey, but when you have that, it smells like it. The leather kicks in and it's rich and commanding scent profile that it's basically entwined with a smooth depth to the scent, to that oud. You have that addition, and it makes it very, very comfortable of a wear. Now this one, if I have taken note of other people having some suggestions of this on their platform, and to me, what I've seen in this particular scent are men who have found a fragrance that is actually a signature for them. And I would not say that I would say any different. This is a very beautiful springtime wearing fragrance. I think will be gorgeous on all skin types, you know, throughout the springtime, because it has this floral heart of jasmine. It has this floral essence of rose that you can smell inside this one. It has this softness that keeps it from becoming too heavy. And that's the grand part about this particular scent that I love. I'm adoring what this does. It's a springtime royalty type of scent. It's meant for those moments when you want to feel like you are the main event. When it comes to this one, the sillage, it's Boadicea Victoria's best profiles, which is their oud line or their sapphires line. They have some of the best projection in the market when they present these fragrances, and this one is no exception to that rule. It's a beautiful, bold, exceptional head-turning fragrances. When I would say wear this, you want to wear this into high-end gatherings or whenever you want to exude status. That's the main impression of this one. It's powerful, it's refined, and it's a touch of indulgence when you want to wear leather fragrance in the springtime. But trust me, this is one of the most gorgeous, light-wearing spring oud fragrances that you will find in the market. Very, very gorgeous wearing scent. And I adore it too. This is one of my favorite profiles. You know, this leather, I've been bringing it to you guys for so long. I forget to mention how modern interpretations of leather have come off for springtime for me, but this is the list for that. So this is a leather's fit for kings. That's Oud Sapphire by the House of Boadicea. Next up, guys, also another modern interpretation of leather, Shem. Shem is a part of the trio of fragrances from the house of Nishane that is in their prestige line. You have Nefs, you have Mana, and you have Shem. Shem is the last one to come out. This one here, this is one of the most beautiful leathers that doesn't have to be heavy when it proves its brilliance. And this is what I like about the actual fragrance Shem. It does have a deeper profile than the other previous two showed and the two that are going to come after this. But this fragrance is sheer elegance. It's built around a profile that has a balance of creamy woods, smoky elegance, smoky incense, and this supple leather accord that just comes so refined when you talk about the house of Nishane. To me, this one here would be the love child of Frederic Maugh's Promise and Nishane Nefs. It have both of those dense profiles while still coming off a bit light and airy. So you can go figure how that type of scent profile will make you feel special in its duality. And when I say that, I don't say that lightly. I say that by sitting and sniffing both of those profiles and understanding that in one moment, they decided to put that into one fragrance. So you have the cypriol effect of Promise, the apple effect of Promise, that really sweet nuance of Promise that has this apple, smoky, cypriol, oudy take. But then you have that sweet, gourmandy, ambery take of Nefs, and it's bottled into this particular one scent, and it's blended very beautiful. To me, this is next level smooth cypriol, leathery cypriol. It's slightly musky. It's really beautiful leather that has been softened, as beautiful as the skin warms up the scent. This is, to me, an understated powerhouse type of scent, one that stays but lingers, drawing people in. You know, it has that scent profile that really is peculiar, really has an essence of who is that wearing that particular scent. It's not for everyone. It's not a blind buy worthy fragrance. I wouldn't say that. It is a fragrance. If you're used to Cypriol, it's one of the best. But you know, Cypriol could come off as a note that many people don't like or love because it has that smoky, oody nuance, and it's much more of a fiery smoke than many people can handle. To me, the presence of this one, it's moderate, it's intimate yet noticeable. It's not one that really screams. It has this beautiful versatility to it. It's a day or night fragrance, casual or formal, and it's very, very becoming because it's sophisticated, it's modern, and it's magnetic. I think that you all should have a chance and opportunity. You should get your nose on Shem by the house of Nishane. It's nice. It's a very nice is not even the best word to use. It's beautiful of a fragrance. It's a great springtime wearing scent profile, especially when you want to wear something urban, edgy, and leather. That's Shem again. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, when you want to talk about urban cool, one of my favorite springtime fragrances, I know it's going to be. I just picked this up in the fall. I got this for my birthday. Thank you once again. I got this for my birthday, and this has become one of those beautiful, beautiful cool factor fragrances. Like I stated, I can't say enough about this one when it comes to a musk edge to a leather fragrance for spring. I've sung high praises about this one. I've worn almost a fourth of the bottle of this one. It's not for everyone, so don't take my opinion with a grain of salt because I have a different likability. And I know many of you gentlemen do vibe with me, and so if you do vibe with me, you'll understand what I'm saying. That this is one of those off the beaten path smells. It's high in its musk content. It has this cumin, almost like this carrot seed, cumin type of spice or herb inside of it, where it comes across with rose, musk, but the suede and musk is the most prolific part of this particular scent with this nice little citrus opening that's just, the most immediate part that sets this apart from many fragrances on the market. To me, the softness, the suppleness of the leather, it just feels like it is the most luxurious scent in your wardrobe. Its texture, it can be a little raw, like a leather jacket should be, but it's been broken in over time. That's the thing about some of these lambskin and goat leathers. When you get them in, they may be tough and rugged, but once you wear it a couple times, and you know that by the end of season, it's one of the most softest objects that you ever put your, it feels like cashmere in a leather form. That's what this is. This is a cool fragrance that feels like an after rain walk in the park, which keeps it fresh and wearable. Very sexy, very sensual. It's for the modern man navigating the city. You know, this morning I had a meeting on the phone, and it was just one of those scents that I wanted to bring into this profile because I know what this one does to me and how it uplifts me. And that's why this one is one of the best leathers in spring, because that's the thing coming forward for me. And you can wear this in many objective life positions. You can wear this in the office, of course. You can wear this in the evening. You can wear this on dates, and it will be phenomenally praised because it is that soft sexiness to this one. I believe one of our favorite perfumers, the one, what's his name, man? I think Quentin Beach did this. I have to look it up. I can't recall, but I do believe Quentin Beach made this, and he did a damn good job. So this one, it's fresh but impactful. It's sexy, it's wearable, it's a go-to spring scent for effortless style. When you want to wear something, like you guys, hopefully you've been seeing my shorts and my mood boards. That is actually clothing that I've picked out and I wear on a daily basis. Those are things that are in my wardrobe. Those are items that I have. That's why I put them on a mood board, because things like that I think I should share, because many of us connect that way. Many of us can understand that someone in business, someone in life, someone who puts forth an effort to be stylish can be someone that we look to have a great, a moderate look to, or moderation for. And for me, some of the items I've been putting on there are just some of the clothes I wear. And so for me, I want to talk about how that's a modern, edgy, casual, confident look. And this fits the aesthetic properly. I would wear this with a pair of, maybe a pair of leather boots, and then a pair of gray trousers, and then maybe a gray cashmere sweater with a nice knit blouson, and that would be wonderful to wear this with. Maybe even a pair of shades from like my favorite brand or my second favorite brand, Jacques Marie Mage, and that will go off wonderful. So that's what I'm looking forward to in the springtime, just putting together a lot of edgy looks, contemporary casual edgy looks that come off wonderful and feel great on the skin. And this is a scent that really captures that. And finally, gentlemen, I think we had enough fun for one day, but I'll bring out one more fragrance. This is the scent of spring for me and to me. This is the scent of grandeur in the bottle. So finally, as we close this list, I want to talk about Great Britain. This is a fragrance that feels like a tradition-defined and refined moment of today's gentleman, today me. This is me. This is my father. This is a beautiful, beautiful, classically made, leather-wrapped, historic fragrance, poised. It's undeniably sensual. It's undeniably sexy, and it is a beautiful, beautiful violet Russian leather, sensual, sexy base fragrance that is built for spring. It's the one that is. It opens, man, God. It opens with this aristocratic freshness that's built on bergamot and lavender. It feels like this crispness of freshly pressed suits in the, like a shark skin or a gray pinstripe. But then the leather comes in. It comes through rich and full, body smooth over woods and like these beautiful resins. And you know how he loves to put labdanum in a fragrance. And like I said, this is Great Britain by Roja. Saying labdanum and Roja is like saying the same name. He loves to use it. This scent is a scent of legacy and modernity. It's an heirloom fragrance for a man who values craftsmanship and storytelling with his fragrance. And this is one that just tells the best stories of all. I love this particular fragrance. Like I said, when I bought this to your attention because it reminds me so much of the scents my father would wear. One of the best, very best Russian leather fragrances with some florals in it that you will ever imagine. Great Britain is beautiful. It's a flexible scent for day or night. It's one that has a sophisticated, timeless, and undeniably metropolitan edge to it, but it smells so, so, so luxurious. I can't even put into words other than old money, the essence of spring leather. This is it. This is the final one, and this is the one that makes this cake final. Great Britain by the House of Roja Parfums is a beautiful, beautiful leather fragrance that I cannot wait to pull out on a Sunday afternoon in the springtime this year. Beautiful scent. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of my video for you guys today. I hope as always you found something just educational and entertaining. You know, spring isn't about heavy-handed dominance. It's about versatility. And in this particular capsule selection, I want to show you leather fragrances that really embody that. This was talking about and taking elements from my wardrobe. They talk about the depth and wearability of beautiful leather fragrances that have a sense of ease to them in the springtime. These 6 fragrances that I posed to you guys, I did have an honorable mention, and they define a great means and embodiment to sophistication to the warmer months coming into the springtime. They're fresh yet grounded, complex yet wearable, and masculine, very masculine yet undeniably refined fragrances, especially for leather scents. Remember, gentlemen, scent is memory, collecting is legacy, and community is culture. Stay bold, stay balanced, and of course, keep enhancing. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.